Hello everyone! This video will be the second part of creating a bookstore application tutorial, and now I will tell you how to upgrade an existing functionality and also how to add a customized design to your application. This is how our final goal application looks like, with its own theme, with separate pages for cart and delivery terms, and also with ability to filter books by some genres. This is how our application currently looks like, and what we will do, we'll remove the card from this page and just create a separate button. On click on each will be redirected to the card informing an order. So going to the editor of our bookstore page, we'll start with disabling our card collection and hiding it from the user, and the next step will be to add a button. Let's first of all give it a title, which will be a card, and also we need to place it to the right part of our page, and also we can select some icon. Let's try to find out the card, and here it is. Now we are ready to move on with editing our page. We also need to remove the functionality from our confirm button to our cart button. So we add a server action, which was to create an order, and also after server action to view it. And let's save all the changes. The next step will be to add a button which will redirect the user to the page with delivery info. So let's add this button and let's give it a title, which will be delivery terms, and save it to go to our web pages and create those one which will redirect user to. This will be a delivery terms page, which will store only a basic info about the rules of delivery, so it will be the static text. It will be different for each bookstore, so let's simply paste some part of text on it and save it. Now let's publish our application to get a URL to this page and paste it to the link, and then we'll make the button to redirect to the following page. So now when we'll open our application and see that now we have a delivery terms page in the menu, if we will open it, as you can see, we have a text out here. So let's copy the link to this page and setting for it read-only mode. The user will only have an ability to read, not to modify our static text. Let's save it and go back to our bookstore page to now add an action on our button. So we'll create a new one to view the terms. And with a code block editor, we will use the link to open in the same browser tab with an absolute URL, our copied link. Let's paste it, but without this part, and also save it. While the application will be publishing, we can also go to the menu, default one, and delete delivery terms. We don't need for user to see it, as it will be available only on click on the button. So now let's wait for some time until it's published. So now on our bookstore page, if we'll click on our delivery terms page, as you can see, we are redirected and see the text. And now we can go on with adding a new functionality, which will be to sort our books and sort them by genre. So let's start with adding a genre field to our book. So let's add a field which will be of our new data type, which will be called genre, and let's create it. Also we can add it to the page of our book, and now we can go to our bookstore main page and create a field for user to select which genres he wants to filter the books by. So let's create a multi-lookup field for him of a genre data type, but let's call it find books by genre, and create it. So after the user will input some selected genres, we'll also need to perform the action of search, and for this we add a button. Let's give it the following title, which will be search. And now we can save our page and go to adding a new action on click on this button. This will be a server action. Let's call it search books by genre, and we are redirected to the code block editor. I have already set the value of genre field for the books, as you can see out here. And now in our select, when we will specify some different genres and click on our search button, as you can see, the books are now filtered and only those which are related to the following genres are displayed. And after upgrading the existing functionality, we can now go on with editing our design. So let's open our bookstore page out here and start with adding our logo on the page. For this, we will use the following static field, and clicking on it, as you can see, we have an ability to import some picture out here. In our case, I have already prepared header picture, and let's save it on our page, but I need it to be, first of all, having a black background and also to be on the center. And for this, we have an ability to write the custom CSS code to modify the elements on application. So let's first of all specify the background, which should be black. Let's have a look. And also the next field to be edited is a text align. It should be center for our picture, and as you can see now our element is displayed in the right way. And let's save and publish our application to check if it is really looking okay in our application. So now when we will open our application, as you can see, the picture is displayed and looks okay, but we are ready to design our application for all of the elements and part to be in some specific theme color. So for this, in our application, we can use the theme editor and create a new one. In our case, it will be black and red theme. Without cloning any existing one, we'll create it just from scratch. And now we're directed to the theme editor. In a theme editor, we can specify the color of the background and text for all of the elements on different pages of our application. So, for example, for the body, we will set the black background and the white color of the text. Then we move with a header, which should be also with a black background out here and white text, and the same stuff with logo. As you can see, all of the changes are displayed out here. The next important parts are the menus and buttons. So the left menu is this one. For this, we select the background color to be again black, and for each item the same stuff, but we'll change the color of the name of the item, let it be white. And so let's move to the right menu, which is this one, which have the information about the builds. So we'll have the same settings out here. Now moving to the button, we use by default the primary buttons in our application. So let's select the background color to be the black one, or even in this red color which was used in our goal application. And the text should be white as by default, while the border color can be black. As you can see, this is how our buttons will look like right now. The next stuff is a group boxes. We should specify the border color, which let be like this. And also for primary group boxes, which also were used by default, we specify the color of the box to be with a white border, for example. And the body of the group box should be black as everything in our application. And here are the settings for it. But the header will have our specific red color. So now also we can specify for a fields in our application the value of color for background to be the black one, while the text on it should be displayed like white. And now let's save our changes, go to our application settings and select a CSS theme to be our black and red. And after saving, let's publish and check how does our application will look like. And after the successful publishing, when we open our bookstore, as you can see, it has changed a lot. but still we have some things to be fixed. It is a select because it still has our basic design, and also this part can be a little bit reordered, the group boxes. And also let's create some cart, and as you can see out here we need to change the shipment address fields to be not such white, and also these frames can be changed. So let's go back to our editor. First of all, we don't want a user to see those headers and menus because it should look like a real website for bookstore shopping. So let's go to our web pages, the main one, a bookstore, and on this page in the settings we'll click on don't show a header and don't show any toolbar. Let's save it. Also, to a little bit prettify, let's add a group box out here and move our selections to be the part of it to make a little bit structured page. And also going to our theme editor, we need to go to the select and also set a background color to be black while the color of text to be white. And again, let's save and publish our application. The code will be the following. First of all, we write a selector, which is in our case the class of the input field from control, and then we specify the border color to be transparent, but we set the bottom border to be with a white color. And now let's save and publish our application to check if this has worked. And now when we'll open our application, add some books to the cart and open it, as you can see the input fields look much more pretty. And now the next step to be fixed is actually our shipment address. As you can see, we have specified the black color, but it is not. So let's make an inspection. For this class, as you can see, we have no color, and out here it is gray and white, and we need to fix it. So we will need to copy the name of the following class and again go to writing a custom CSS. So with the custom CSS we write the following code. So for options in our select result, the background should be black and the color of text should be white. So let's again save and publish it to test if it works now. And once again, opening our application, creating some order and clicking on our select. As you can see, the options are black with white color, but those which are highlighted are blue. So we again need to write the CSS for this while specifying the highlighted values class and specifying the background and text color. And let's once again save and publish to check if now the problem is fixed. So once again, opening our bookstore, adding some books to the cart and opening it. Now clicking on select, as you can see, the highlighted items are with the right value. So as I have showed, we have three main ways. The first one to cover the design with a theme editor. The second one is to write the custom CSS on a form for some elements. And the third one is to write the custom CSS out here. That was all for now. I hope that this video was really helpful for you, and now you know how to create a customized application with a cool design. Thanks for watching. Bye.